You wish to test the following claim at a significance level of 0.01. The null hypothesis states that the proportion is equal to 64%, and the alternative hypothesis states that the proportion is greater than 64%. You obtain a sample size 204, in which there are 135 successful observations for this test. You should not use the continuity correction, and you should use the normal distribution as approximation for the binomial distribution. What is the test statistic, the p-value, and then we need to answer the rest of the question. So I'm going to pull the testing hypothesis for proportions, which is this sheet right here. I know that the null hypothesis states that the proportion is 0.64, and it is a right tail test, so greater than, and then the sample size is 204, and the number of successes, which is x, is equal to 135. So 135, and the significance level is 0.01. We need the test statistic, so I'm going to copy the test statistic and head to my homework and paste it there. And then we need the p-value. So the p-value, we're going to use this p-value right here since we're using the normal distribution, not the binomial distribution. So we're going to go here and I'm going to paste the p-value. As you can see here, the p-value, if you look at the p-value is greater than the significance level alpha. So the decision is going to be failing to reject the null hypothesis. So I'm going to go here and I will say it is greater than alpha, which means we're going to fail to reject the null hypothesis. So now let me just submit to make sure everything is correct. And the final conclusion is going to be, since we failed to reject the null hypothesis, that means we do not have sufficient evidence to support the claim. And I can see out of these 4 statements, the last one is the accurate one. There isn't sufficient evidence to support the claim that the population proportion is greater than 0.64 or 64%. The first one is not accurate because of it states that there is sufficient evidence. That's first mistake. Second one is to warrant the rejection. Again, we do not discuss the accepting the rejection or rejecting the claim or accepting the claim. We only discuss failing to reject the null hypothesis or rejecting the null hypothesis, and this last statement does just that. So that is a correct decision.